Started. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, class. Am I audible and visible to you all? Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Am I audible and visible to all? Kindly confirm that in the chat box, please. Messages will come on the chat box, right? Yeah? Visible? So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, people. Good morning, guys. How are you all? What's up? Good morning, Vaishnavi. How are you? Am I audible and visible? Audio, video, you are able to hear me properly, see me properly. Good morning, guys. Fine, sir. Okay, very good. Very nice. So, as you know, today we are going to start with a new chapter. Okay. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Harsha. Good morning, Sri Devi. Good morning, Vijaya. Good morning, Bankala. Good morning. How are you all? I hope you are doing good. Yeah. Good morning. Let us continue, guys. So, as you know, today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is Kingdom Animalia or Animal Kingdom, right? Good morning, Ruchita. Good morning. And you know, Animal Kingdom is a very important chapter because every NEET exam, we are having 2 or 3 questions coming from this chapter, okay? And a very easy chapter to score quick, easy marks as well. Yeah. Being said that it's an easy chapter, you have to, study it very well, study it thoroughly. And few basic concepts are there where you need to master it. And remembering is very important. Most of the things you need to just, remember. A little bit of by hearting is there. But again, a bit of concepts are there which we need to understand. And concept part is mostly on the starting of the chapter. So when we say animal kingdom, we start first of all studying the basis of classification. That what is the important basis of classification? As we know, animals are multicellular, heterotrophic organisms. In animals, we have a lot of diversity. Okay, they are occupying different habitats. They are having different, majorly they are having sexual mode of reproduction. But still, a lot of animals are there which we have discovered. So due to discovery of a lot of millions of animals, there is a need of classification. So since we have discovered a lot of millions of animals, we have to classify them. And whenever we classify them, there is a basis of classification. Because when we consider certain characteristics, they are common to all the animals. Like when I say organization of the body, it's very common to different animals. When I say the symmetry also is a very common feature seen in all the animals, right? Segmentation, presence or absence of notochord. So these are the certain bases of classification on which we are going to classify the animal kingdom. So today's agenda is to understand the basis of classification part. Okay. So first of all, let's see what we are going to discuss. So what we are going to discuss today is the characteristics of animals. So can you tell me, students, that what are the characteristics of animals? Quickly, some simple basic characteristics of animals. Can you tell me in the chat box quickly? Okay. As you know, this chapter you have also studied very well. You are long-term students. You might be having some basic knowledge about this. In fact, very good knowledge about this. So can you tell me some characteristic of animals? What are the characteristic feature of animals? Come on. I'm waiting in the chat box. Can you quickly type it down? What are the basic characteristic of animals? What features are common to all the animals? That you need to type. Presence of mammary glands, Varun, that is for only mammals. That is only for mammals. So I will say that is a wrong answer. I want a characteristic. Yeah, coelom is there. Yes. But coelom again will not be present to everyone. Pushpa, I am asking very basic characteristics. Okay, now coelom may not be present in many organisms as well. Many organisms are acoelomates, some are pseudocoelomates. I am asking basic character. Like I will give you one. I will give you one basic characteristic, then we can build up the other characteristics on that. Multicellularity. First basic characteristic I gave you for animals. Animals are multicellular. Come on. Second characteristic which is common to all animals. What is the second characteristic you can tell me, guys? After multicellular, yes, very good. Reproduction. Can you elaborate, Ruchita, little bit? Which kind of reproduction? Ruchita, are you meaning to say animals show asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction? Sai Shrikant, organization of cell is present in plants also. I want a basic characteristic. I want a basic characteristic, guys. Come on. So animals, let us discuss the basic parts. Okay, what are the basic characteristic feature of animals? So let us see. So first, very basic. So animals exhibit wide diversity among them. Different type of animals are there. They have a lot of diversity among them. But some basic characteristics which are common are, okay, what are the basic characteristic features which will be common to all the animal? The first point which I said was multicellularity. All animals are multicellular. Next, what is another characteristic feature we can say? Very good. Someone said here, eukaryotes. All animals are eukaryotic. So I will say they are eukaryotic animals. Then they are lacking cell wall. All animals lack cell wall. Is there any animal which shows cell wall? Cell wall is absent in animals. So one is multicellularity, eukaryotic, lacking cell wall. Then what is the other feature which is common to all the animals? All animals' mode of nutrition, the mode of nutrition how they eat is heterotrophic. They are dependent on other things for the food. They are not able to generate their food. They are not autotrophic. So they are heterotrophic. What is another example? What is another characteristic? Possessing nervous system and specialized sense organs. Is there any other, organism other than animals which are having nervous system, which have specialized sense organs like ear, nose, eyes and all? Is there any other kingdom? No. Only animals are showing possessing nervous system and specialized sense organs. And last characteristic feature. What was the last characteristic feature, guys? Last characteristic feature was mode of reproduction. Sexual mode of reproduction is there. Mostly they are reproducing sexually. So you can quickly just note it down, the characteristic features. What are the characteristic features? Animals are multicellular. They are eukaryotic. They lack cell wall ledu. And then they are heterotrophic, mode of nutrition. And very, very important, they show presence of nervous system and specialized sense organs. And talking about the majorly, all the animals, majorly, they are showing sexual reproduction. See, I have written mostly sexually reproducing. Because we know that, okay, porifera is there is a bit of asexual reproduction, then platyhelminth is showing regeneration, right? So, little bit of the lower animals, invertebrates, the lower animals, they may show asexual, but majorly everyone has which kind of reproduction here? Sexual reproduction. So these are the basic characteristic features of the animals. Are we clear with this, guys? Okay, can you give me a thumbs up? Can we go ahead? Are we clear with this basic characteristics? Now we will do the basis of classification. So after looking at the characteristics, guys, we are going to move ahead with respect to basis of classification. Okay. So now, when I talk about kingdom Animalia, animals. So in NCERT, there is a line given, okay, we have discovered millions of animals. Okay. And a lot of animals still are waiting to be discovered. Like that some biodiversity line is having that a lot of animals are yet to be discovered. Okay, some million species of insects are only pending to be discovered in the Amazon. But right now, whatever we have discovered with respect to animals, we have done the classification. Okay, we have done the classification. We have divided them with respect to their, class. We have divided them into their systematic position. We have divided them into their systematic, or I will say we have classified them into the systematic position. Like today, if I ask any animal, you will be able to tell me, okay, sir, kingdom is Animalia, then phylum, then class, right? Then order, then family, then genus, and then species. You can tell me like that. So the total animals which we have discovered till now, they are roughly classified into 30 phyla or 30 phylums. So total animals are how many? Animals are classified into how many phylum, guys? Total there are 30 phylums. Okay, you studied now phylum Porifera, you have studied phylum Cnidaria, phylum Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, and so on till chordates. How many phylums you have studied till now? Tell me. How many phylums you studied? How many phylums you have studied? If you count on your fingers, how many phylum we are studying in Kingdom Animalia in NCERT? How many phylums we are studying? Okay, we are studying Porifera, we are studying Cnidaria, we are studying the Ctenophora, we are studying the Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, then we are studying the Annelida, Arthropoda, then we have the Mollusca, then we have the Echinodermata, then we have the Hemichordata, the 10th one, and then the 11th one is the Chordata. Yeah, correct, Nani, correct, Ruchita, absolutely right answer. We are studying only 11 phylums. But the animals, yes, Lakshmi, correct, 11 is the phylum. So in NCERT, only 11 phylums are described. But actually, there are how many phylas? Actually, there are 30 phylas. Phyla is a plural, phylum is singular. So there are 30 phylas. Why we are not studying all the phylums? Because some phylums are very chinna phylums. Chinna phylums are called as minor phyla. And pedda, where a lot of species are there, where a lot of species are discovered, in that we are classifying them as major phyla. So phylas are divided into two parts, major phyla and minor phyla. We are studying mostly the major phylas. We are studying major phyla. So in NCERT, a very basic animal kingdom chapter is given, very, very basic. In BSc level, you are going to study a very detailed part of animal kingdom, but nobody wants to study BSc level, okay? We want to study MBBS, we want to go to medical college. So very basic knowledge about animal kingdom is required in this chapter. So 10 major phyla you are studying and 1 minor phyla. 10 major phyla and 1 minor phylum you are going to study. So except Ctenophora, okay? Except Ctenophora, other phylums are major phylums. Except the Ctenophora, which are showing the bioluminescence property, all other are major phyla. One more minor phyla, you have just heard the name. One more phyla, you have heard the name. Have you heard the name rotifers? Suna hai beta, rotifera. In which chapter you have heard the word rotifers or rotifera? Tell me. In which chapter you have heard rotifers or rotifera? Suna hai, yes, Adhikari ji. Yes, Harsha, rotifers, suna hai. ठीक है? Very good, Pallavi. In excretion chapter, absolutely right. Absolutely right. In excretion chapter, you have heard. So rotifers, it is mentioned that they show the excretory mode using which structure? Come on. If you are right, tell me the answer, guys. Rotifers, rotifera is a minor phylum. Rotifera is also a minor phylum. Very chinna phylum. Very less number of species are there in there. And rotifera use what structure for excretion? Absolutely right, Sridevi. Flame cells. Absolutely right. Flame cells, correct. Flame cells, they use the structure, yes. Correct. So see, one more minor phyla name is given there. Okay. And suddenly when rotifera name comes for the first time in that chapter, and we are confused like, okay, what is this? We have not heard of this organism. It is basically an animal. It is basically an animal, because in excretion chapter, you are studying excretion of animals. Na? So rotifers, they mostly live in the water, okay? We can say they are like zooplankton types floating in the water and all. And they use the flame cells as an excretory mode. Very good, guys. Very good. Superb. Superb. So see, when you study zoology with respect to NEET exam, you should have the ability to connect. Whatever you have studied, whatever little data you have understood, you have to connect with the respective chapter, other chapters also. Okay? Sir, chordates also come under major phyla? Absolutely. Chordata is a very big phylum. Very big phylum. And that's why in NCERT they are describing it in detail. That's why you are studying the subphylum also. You are studying the subphylum Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. So chordata is a very, very important phylum for us because we also belong to it. Okay, moving ahead, guys. Chalo, ye to ho gaya. Are we clear? Are we clear? Now we will move ahead. Now we will move ahead. Now, external feature. Now, if you look here, there is a puppy and there is a rabbit, I think. Okay. Now, externally, they are looking different. Animals externally may appear different to you, but anatomical features, internal structures have a same plan. Anatomically, they have a same plan. So, like if I ask you, does both this animal show organ system level of organization? What will be your answer? Externally, they are appearing very different. Dog and rabbit, externally, they are different. But when I say they are both showing organ system level of organization, you will say yes. Are they both triploblastic? Are they both triploblastic? You will also say yes. Right? Do they have closed circulatory system? You will say yes. Right? So, but obvious, they are mammals. Rabbit and the puppy, they both belong to the Mammalia class. So, but obvious, many features will be common to them. Okay, all chordate features. Do they both have vertebral column? It means they had notochord also in their embryonic stage. So that is also correct. But many animals' external feature may be different, but anatomical features have a same plan. So even though what I'm saying here, even though animals may show differences, but there is some similarity. There is some similarity with respect to their internal structure. And whatever similarity is there and whatever dissimilarity is there, we are going to use that and we are going to classify them. So how we classify? We classify on the basis of similarities and dissimilarities, right? So as you have studied your biological classification, as we move up from species, genus, family, order, as you go up in the biological classification, what happens? What happens? The similarity increases or decreases. So as we go up from species, if you go to genus, the similarities are going to decrease. Dissimilarities are going to increase. And when you come from up to down, when you come from up to down, like you're moving from kingdom, phylum, class, family, order, family, genus, species. So when you're coming down the systematic classification, what is going to happen? The similarities are going to increase. ऊपर से नीचे आ रहे हैं, तो increase हो रहा है similarity. नीचे से ऊपर जा रहे हैं. If you're going from below to above, the similarity decreases, dissimilarity increases. So all these features are going to be used for the classification. Okay? Moving ahead. Now, animals are broadly classified into two groups. Okay? First of all, I am going to tell you the most important classification point. The most important classification point is you can classify the animals into two broad categories using what? Using describing the notochord based on presence or absence of a stiff rod called as a notochord. If notochord present, we will say they are chordates. If not present, they are non-chordates. And you are already knowing phylum Porifera to phylum Hemichordata. Phylum Porifera to phylum Hemichordata, they don't have the notochord, they don't show the notochord feature, and they are non-chordates. And chordata group, which is having the notochord at the embryonic stage, and that is called as the chordates. So majorly all the phylums which we are going to study, are non-chordates. Okay? Majorly, out of 11 phylums, the remaining all 10 phylums are non-chordates. Are we clear with this, guys? Remaining all phylums will be non-chordates. तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा non-chordates or non-chordata. Are we clear with this? Yes. See, very easy. Non-chordate means not having notochord. Yes, correct, Lakshmi. Chordates means having notochord. Now I will ask a question that confuses many students. Many students are not still clear with the concept of, so what is the meaning of invertebrates and vertebrates? What is the meaning of invertebrates and vertebrates, guys? Tell me. Tell anyone in the chat box. What is the meaning of invertebrates and vertebrates, and how many phylums are there in invertebrates? How many phylums will come in invertebrates? How many phylums will come in invertebrates? Come on. So first we said based on notochord present, we said they are chordates, okay, or chordata. And if it is absent, okay, we said they are non-chordates. Okay, and non-chordates we said that, okay, non-chordates we said that they are from Porifera phylum till Hemichordata. Okay. Now my question is, which are vertebrates and which are invertebrates? Now the question changes. So how you understand what are invertebrates and vertebrates? So basically, on the presence or absence of vertebral column, if it is, let's say, absent. First, if I say it is absent, ledu, not present. Okay? अगर absent है तो क्या बोलेंगे इसको? We will call them as invertebrates. Okay, invertebrates. So which animal are invertebrates? From which phylum to which phylum we will say they are invertebrates? Come on guys, tell me, from which phylum to which phylum? It will start from Porifera. Okay, it will start from Porifera phylum to Hemichordata. Okay, these are there. These are the phylums. These are what, guys? These are the phylums which we will say they are invertebrates. There is absence of vertebral column, but obvious. They are non-chordates also. These guys are non-chordates also. So I will call these guys as non-chordates also. Okay? So Porifera to Hemichordata, they are the non-chordates. And these are the phylums which are invertebrates. They do not show vertebral column. But obviously they don't have notochord, so how they will become having vertebrates or vertebral column? It's absent. Next, you have to remember subphylum. Subphylum Urochordata. Subphylum Urochordata and Cephalochordata. They are also invertebrates. Subphylum Urochordata and Cephalochordata. They are also what, guys? They are also invertebrates. Okay? But are they chordates? Yes. They are the chordates who are invertebrates. Urochordata and Cephalochordata, they both are chordata. In fact, they are protochordates. So we will say they are chordates. Okay? But what are they? They are invertebrates. So in invertebrates, you have non-chordates also and you have chordates also. Very important. In invertebrates, you have non-chordates also and chordates also. Urochordata, Cephalochordata, they are chordata. They have notochord. But the notochord doesn't develop or evolve into vertebral column. Are we clear with this, guys? This part is very, very important. Many students forget this. And when the question comes with respect to vertebrates and invertebrates, they go a little wrong there. And if it is present, if the vertebral column is present, so it becomes very easy. It is present in which group then? Only one subphylum is left. Only one subphylum is left. Which is the subphylum left here? The subphylum left is the vertebrata. The subphylum left is vertebrata. So the only chordate, the only subphylum The only subphylum of Chordata, Chordata is a phylum. The only subphylum of Chordata is Vertebrata, which shows presence of vertebral column. So whichever animal groups are coming under Vertebrata, they are vertebrates. What are they? They are vertebrates. So these guys are invertebrates, and all these guys here present will become vertebrates. Very easy. Are we clear with this, guys? So if I say cyclostome, if I say lamprey, if I say myxine, where you will put it? Come on, answer me. Lamprey or myxine, किधर classify करोगे? Invertebrates में कि vertebrates में? Where you will classify? Lamprey or myxine? Very good. Lamprey and myxine also belong to vertebrates. Vedapriya, beta, wrong answer. Vertebrates. See, lamprey and myxine are aganatha. What are aganatha? Lacking jaws, but they belong to vertebrates, na? They have a cartilaginous vertebral column. Vertebrates are further classified into jawless vertebrates and jaw-bearing vertebrates. Gnathostomata and aganatha. Aganatha, jawless vertebrates, lamprey and myxine. Cyclostome, circular mouth, jaw is absent. So what? See, vertebrate group, you should remember now only two groups based on presence or absence of jaws. Aganatha and Gnathostomata. So lamprey and myxine, they are also vertebrates. Are we clear? Yeah, that is the only thing. They are classified on the basis of jaw. Remaining Pisces, frogs, your amphibians, reptiles, mammals, and your birds, they all are vertebrates and they are jaw-bearing vertebrates. Are we clear with this? See, my agenda was to just make you clear with respect to these two words, invertebrates and vertebrates. So mostly students remember only this part. Most of the students mostly remember, okay, from phylum Porifera to Hemichordata, okay, they don't have notochord, so they are not vertebrates also. Correct, they are invertebrates. But again, the Urochordata and Cephalochordata, they are chordates, but still they don't develop the notochord into vertebral column. That's why they are also invertebrates. And whatever animals belong to vertebrata, they are vertebrates because they show development of notochord into vertebral column. And in this, we have two groups. We have the aganatha and we have the gnathostomata, jaw-bearing and jawless. Are we clear with this, guys? Yes? Little bit conceptual clarity you would have gained with respect to this part. Moving ahead with the chapter. Moving ahead with the chapter, guys. Come on, let's go ahead. Now let's start the actual criteria for classification. So one criteria we understood. The basis of classification, presence or absence of notochord. Again, we will describe a little bit more. Okay, when we complete the basis of classification, the notochord part will be further described. A stiff rod present on the dorsal side derived by mesoderm and all that things will add little bit. Okay. Now criteria for animal classification. What are the different criteria for animal classification? Let us see one by one. Okay. Again, the slide has gone little back. We will go ahead fast. So criteria of classification. First criteria of classification is habitat. First criteria is habitat. So when you study any phylum, you have seen written there, mostly marine animals, okay, terrestrial animals, arboreal animals, both marine and freshwater, majorly in marine water or exclusively in marine water. You have seen all these words in the phylums mentioned there. Like when I say echinoderms or when I say ctenophora, they are exclusively marine. What is the meaning of exclusively marine? I am describing their habitat. They are only found in the marine water. So habitat. Habitat is a very important criteria of classification, in which environment they are found. Then second one will be levels of organization. So first criteria is habitat. Second one will be your levels of organization. This is the important one which we are going to discuss in more detail. After level of organization, We have next criteria, that is symmetry. We are going to talk about the symmetry criteria of classification. Are the animals symmetrical, asymmetrical? Which kind of symmetry is there, radial or bilateral symmetry? Again, another criteria, very important criteria, body cavity, presence or absence of body cavity. On basis on that, we are going to describe them into acoelomates, coelomates, or pseudocoelomates, false coelom, right? Other than body cavity, what is the other criteria of classification? Germ layers. Okay, how many germ layers are there? Are there 2 germ layers present or 3 germ layers present? Okay, diploblastic, triploblastic. Mode of locomotion, we are also going to describe. Okay, some have aerial mode of locomotion like aves. Aves name is coming from avis. Avis means to fly. Avis means to fly. Mode of locomotion. Then we are also going to describe them with respect to respiration. Okay, what are the different respiratory structures different animals use? Some are having cutaneous respiration, breathing through their skin. Some are having moist cuticle, that is also a modification of cutaneous respiration. Some are using gills. Gills respiration you studied there called as branchial respiration. Okay, so and pulmonary respiration again in humans and birds using the lungs. Then excretory mode, we are also going to classify the animals with the respect to excretion. Now see, all these criteria are not given in the starting. In starting, if you see, you will find some level of organization is there, symmetry is there, coelom is there, segmentation is there, notochord is there. But if you see carefully, when you study any phylum, you describe their habitat, you describe their circulation, blood circulation, you describe their respiration, you describe their excretion, you describe their digestive system. So all these are what? All these are criterias only. Only the general criteria we study the first. Okay, only the general criteria we study first. Then we also classify organism, or the criteria is also based on reproduction, asexual, sexual. Now in sexual also we study internal fertilization, external fertilization, larva present, larva absent. Okay, that also we are going to use the criteria. So these are all the different criteria. Now let us start with the first basic criteria, guys. Come on. So now in this module or section, we are going to study directly the first criteria. The first basic criteria of classification of organism will be level of organization, that how the animal's body is organized. Okay, so we have basically 4 levels. The cellular level of organization, seen in sponges only, porifera. Then we have, after cellular organization, we have the tissue level organization. Tissue level organization present in coelentrates, also known as cnidarians, cnidaria. Best example I will say Hydra is being shown here. After tissue level of organization, we have organ level of organization, seen where? Seen in platyhelminthes, okay, flatworms. And then we have the last level of organization, the most developed, the most advanced one, that is Annelida. From Annelida till where, guys, I should write? It is only till Annelida, or from Annelida to chordata? What I shall write? It should be Annelida to chordata. From annelids to chordates. Right, guys? From annelids to chordates. So this is the level of organization. So basically, when we study animal kingdom, why we study porifera first, cnidaria second, platyhelminthes or ctenophora, and then aschelminthes, annelida, arthropoda. Basically, when you see the evolution of animals, the evolution of animal is following this trend. So the first animals were the poriferans, the sponges. From them, after many years, your many millions of years, your coelentrates evolved, your ctenophora, arthropoda, platyhelminthes, they followed that sequence. That's why we're studying. And that's why the level of organization is also getting developed and advanced. So the most primitive animals, we will say they are sponges, the most old ones. The first one to get, evolved is sponges. That's why their body is showing a very basic level of organization, cellular level. The cells are coming together. Okay, what do we say? We use the word loose cell aggregate. What word is used for sponges or porifera? Loose cell aggregate. So cells are there, they are loosely packed together, aggregated together, and that makes the sponge body. And all the cells are doing all the functions. All the cells are doing all the functions. They are doing excretion, respiration, digestion, reproduction. So a single cell is able to do all the functions. So there is no division of labor. Okay, division of labor is rarely seen in sponges. But as we go to coelentrates, which are also your cnidaria, what happened? The cells got organized into tissues. The cells got organized into tissue. And when tissue is formed, tissue is able to do a particular function only. Different tissues do different function. Okay? So what has happened here? I will say division of labor. The work is distributed within the tissues. So a little bit more advancement. So when the work is distributed, okay, in coelentrates or cnidaria, NCERT has given the line, there is division of labor seen. It means what? The work, the physiological functions of the body is well distributed into different tissues. A particular tissue will do digestion, a particular tissue will do reproduction. Like that, the work is distributed. Then after further evolution, tissue level of organization got organized into what? Organ level of organization. And organ level of organization, cnidaria is also tissue level of organization, coelentrates, and I will add one more thing here. I can add a ctenophora also here. I can also add the ctenophora here also. They are also tissue level organization. Then we have the organ level organization. The organ level organization. So tissue got organized into what, guys? Organs. Tissue got organized into organs, and now we got organ level of organization. Now here the function will be done by a particular organ. So if you see a platyhelminthes, if you see a flatworm, we can see different organs are present for different function. Okay, like the development of the flame cells. Flame cells are meant for what? Flame cells are meant for the excretion. Then in platyhelminthes flatworm structures, we can see presence of the gonads. Okay, gonad structures are seen, the ovaries and the testes. They are bisexual organisms. So here other two organs, nervous system is having a separate organ. Okay, the nerve ring and the double ventral nerve cord which is present. So here nervous system organ is developed. So organ level of organization. Further we can say the work has been distributed more better by developing the organ. Okay. Now many students have one doubt with respect to platyhelminthes. Can you ask the doubt, or should I tell the doubt what mostly students get? Organ level of organization we said for platyhelminthes, right? But still many students have a doubt with respect to platyhelminthes. What is that doubt? Can you tell me? When you go in the NCERT, in the last page of the chapter, we have a table. What do we have? We have a table of the features of the animal phylums. Yes, Sai Shrikant, absolutely right. They have mentioned there that platyhelminthes is showing a organ system level of organization. So what do you feel? Now there is a confusion arises. So what should we mark for platyhelminthes? Should we mark it organ system? Because in NCERT in the table they have given organ system. Okay. In the NCERT table they have given this backside table. If you see in the backside table, NCERT table, if you see, they have mentioned organ system. So what should we consider? Should we consider organ level or should we consider organ system? Yeah. Students who are having the NCERT, they can have a quick look. Okay. That it is mentioned in the table. Okay. It's the level of organization. They have shown organs and organ system. Both it has mentioned, I think. So that is wrong actually. It's not wrong completely. The thing is that with respect to reproductive system, it is very well developed in platyhelminthes. With respect to reproductive system in platyhelminthes, it is very well developed. That's why that organ system is applicable for the reproductive system. But remaining systems, the digestive system, okay, the nervous system, those other systems are not that well developed as compared to reproductive. They are still at organ levels. So the better answer for platyhelminthes phylum will be a organ level of organization. Even though NCERT has mentioned organ and organ system in the table, we have to go with organ level as the answer, because the remaining systems except the reproductive system, other system is not developed. Other are just simple organs which are doing the respective physiological function. So what we will answer, if someone asks for platyhelminthes, we will only mark organ level of organization. Are we clear with this, guys? Next, moving ahead, after platyhelminthes, the further evolution happened, and now we got organ system. So in organ system, what happens? For a particular physiological function, in organ system, in organ level, there was single organ, flame cells, protonephridia, single structure, like that. They are doing the function. But now in organ system, what is happening? Different organs get organized and they do a particular function. Like your respiratory system, if you see, or like you can see in the cockroach, you studied the cockroach respiratory system. You say there is a spiracle, then it is connected to a trachea, then you say there are tracheoles. So different organs are getting developed and they are getting connected and they are organized to do a particular function, that is breathing, respiration, exchange of gases. So now we will say we have organ system level of organization starting from annelida till chordates. So organ system level of organization will be seen from annelida to chordates. Are we clear with this, guys? Are we clear? So let us again understand what are the different levels. Quickly we will go through what are the different levels. So first is cellular level of organization. Cellular level of organization, we said it is present in sponges. Some division of labor is there. Some, kuncham, some division of labor. Okay, only some division of labor is there. So just note down this, some division of labor is there. Some division of labor. Labor means work. So mostly all the cells are doing all the functions. Mostly all the cells are doing all the functions. Very little bit of division of labor is there. Very little differentiation in the work is there in the cells, or else a particular cell is doing all the function, respiration, excretion, digestion, everything. Then we have tissue level of organization. In tissue level of organization, from coelenterata till ctenophora, both coelenterata, ctenophora show tissue level of organization. Here what is happening? The group of cells get organized into tissue. The group of cells performing a same function and they get organized into what, guys? They get organized into a tissue, like for example in Hydra. Okay, like for example in Hydra. Then we have the organ level of organization. In organ level of organization, what we said? In organ level of organization, it starts from Platyhelminthes. The only phylum to show organ level of organization is Platyhelminthes. Tissues are together and they become organs. Okay, tissues combine to become the organ. Like for example, your flatworm, the planarial flatworm as an example here. And then the organs get organized into what? The organs get organized into organ system. And that gives rise to organ system level of organization that is seen from annelida to chordata. Organ together to form organ system, and that will be seen from annelida till chordata. Okay? Are we clear, guys? Are we clear with the level of organization? So very basic concept. Are we clear till here, guys? Can you give me a thumbs up? Are you following this? Very basic things we studied till now. Okay, guys? ठीक है. Next. Come on, let's move on to the next classification criteria. The next classification criteria is your germ layers, also known as embryonic layers. Germ layers are also embryonic layers. So what stage give rises to germ layers or embryonic layers? Will you get after implantation or before implantation? Like in humans, if I ask, when the germ layers are formed, when the embryonic layers are formed, are we going to get it after implantation or before implantation? Just basic question. Very good, Vaishnavi. Right answer, after implantation. Correct. After implantation. Correct. Right. Okay. After implantation. Right. So see, as in humans, we know that fertilization happens in the fallopian tube. Then after fertilization, you get the zygote. The zygote goes into the cleavage, that is the mitotic divisions. Then it travels, as the mitotic divisions are happening, it is traveling along the fallopian tube, and that gives rise to morula. Okay, 8 to 16 cell stage, you call it as the morula. And then the morula just dips into the uterus. And then it again goes into a differentiation, and now it has become a blastula. Some rearrangement of cell happens, and then from morula you get the blastula. The blastocele cavity is formed, and after blastula is formed, now it is going to embed inside the endometrium of the uterus. After implantation happens, then we say, okay, the blastula will now, the cells are going to rearrange themselves into 3 germ layers. So basically from that embryonic cells, we are going to get 3 germ layers or 3 embryonic layers: the ectoderm, the endoderm, and the mesoderm. And all these 3 are the engineers. I say ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, the germ layers or embryonic layers, they are the main chief engineers of your body, because every germ layer has a responsibility to make a particular tissue. And then that tissue is going to get later organized into an organ, and different organs are going to get organized into an organ system, and then different organ systems are formed, and then you get the organism. Simple. So it's very important to understand, during the embryonic stage of the animals, we get the germ layers, which are also called as embryonic layers. That is post-fertilization. So once fertilization is done, you are going to get a gastrula, and from that you are going to get germ layers. Germ layers are your engineers. They are going to make the different, what they are going to make? They are going to make the different tissues. Like if I ask you, epithelial tissue, there are 4 types of tissue you know already: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. These are the 4 tissue present in the animals. And if I ask you who makes epithelial tissue, your answer should be ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. All these 3 germ layers are responsible to make the epithelial tissue at different locations, because epithelial tissue is present inside also, outside also. Then we say, who makes muscular tissue? We will say mesoderm. Who makes connective tissue? We will say mesoderm. And who makes your nervous tissue? We will say ectoderm. But ultimately, if you see, all your body organs, all your organ systems, all your tissues are derived from germ layers only, no? Yes. So that's why any animal you see, any animal starting from your, from your cnidarians till your, let's consider till your chordates, all will have germ layers. All will have germ layers. I am not saying purposefully porifera. Porifera, there is a dilemma. We don't classify porifera with respect to germ layers. Germ layers always starts from cnidaria. Okay? Because majorly we say porifera do not show germ layers. Are we clear with this, guys? Okay? So germ layers or embryonic layers. So cells of early embryo. Cells of early embryo. If I ask you which stage of embryo, we know it. Mostly the gastrula stage in humans. The cells of early embryo, they are going to get differentiated, and 3 embryonic tissues are going to form. 3 layers of embryonic cell layers are going to form, and they are called as the germ layers. They are called as the germ layer. This is just a rough diagrammatic representation of your early embryo. You can see different germ layers. You can see the ectoderm, you can see the endoderm, and we can see the mesoderm. Sorry, this is the mesoderm, this is the ectoderm, and here we can see the endoderm is developing. Okay, so ectoderm, mesoderm, and the endoderm. 3 germ layers are going to get formed. And based on this, based on the germ layers, we have classified the animals into diploblastic and triploblastic. Yeah, Dharani, I am a dental surgeon, right? So, based on germ layers, we have classified animals into diploblastic and triploblastic. Can you tell me, guys, diploblastic have which germ layers and triploblastic have which germ layers? Quickly in the chat box. Diploblastic have how many germ layers and triploblastic have how many germ layers? And which are the germ layers present in diploblast? Ectoendo, very good sign. Very good. 2 in diploblastic, 3 in triploblastic. Diploblastic organisms have ecto and endo. They lack the mesoderm. Triploblastic, very good Spurti, very good Vijaya. Triploblastic have ecto, endo, meso. Right? They have all the 3 germ layers. Okay? So diploblastic, the organism having the 2 germ layers are termed as diploblastic. Right? And organisms, like here we can say, in diploblastic mesoglia, this concept we will cover it later, guys. Okay? As you can see now here, this diagram is of a diploblast. This diagram is of a diploblastic embryonic layer. Okay? A diploblast embryo we are seeing. Outer layer is the ectoderm. Inner layer is called as the endoderm. Here you can see the cavity, that is the gut cavity. This is our gut cavity. Gut cavity is surrounded by endoderm. Outer body wall is ectoderm. And in diploblastic there is no mesoderm. In diploblastic there is no mesoderm. So there is a non-living undifferentiated layer. Non-living undifferentiated layer called as mesoglia. So mesoglia is a non-living undifferentiated layer present at the place of mesoderm. So in diploblast, mesoderm is absent. At that place, we have the mesoglia, right? So inner layer is the endoderm, and here we have the gut wall. So this is gut wall. Surrounding the gut wall, we have the endoderm. Outer body wall, that is made up of ectoderm, okay? And in between ecto and endo, for a diploblastic we are speaking. For a diploblastic we are speaking, that will be what? For a diploblastic we are speaking here, and that will be your mesoglia. So don't worry, mesoglia part we will cover again in the coelom topic. Again in coelom topic it will come. And so see, I have written here, mesoglia, ectoderm and endoderm are separated by a non-living substance, mesoglia. Mostly mesoglia is watery and jelly-like. Mostly mesoglia is watery and jelly-like. So you know very well diploblastic animals are your jellyfish, that is your cnidarians, coelentrates, and ctenophora, comb jellyfish. So if you see their body, they are mostly little, jelly kind of thing. So the jelly kind of thing is the mesoglia. Now except for which one? Except for your corals. Corals have a little harder body. They have calcium carbonate getting deposited on their body. Okay. So there is also mesoglia present, but they have a little tougher body due to calcium carbonate. Okay. But mesoglia is a non-living substance. Then, so diploblast ho gaya. Diploblastic example, cnidaria and ctenophora. Cnidaria and ctenophora will come under diploblastic. Triploblastic organisms have 3 germ layers. So this is the diagram for a triploblastic organism. We can see all the 3 germ layers are present here. Mesoderm is present in the center. Outer body wall is made up of ectoderm, and the inner body wall is showing the endoderm. So this is the gut cavity. Gut cavity is surrounded by endoderm. Outer body wall is by ectoderm, and in between them there is meso. See, meso mostly means middle. Meso is mostly middle, so it is present between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Are we clear with this, guys? Okay, so just remember diploblastic animals. So if I ask you diploblastic animals, from where to where we will say diploblastic animals? So diploblastic, in diploblastic, what are the germ layers present? Ecto and endoderm. Ecto and endoderm is present. Mesoderm is absent. Mesoderm will be absent. And what are the example? Cnidaria, that is your coelenterata, and ctenophora. And if we say about triploblastic, in triploblastic organism, we'll say all 3 germ layers are present. all three germ layers are present, and we will say from where to where, starting from platyhelminthes, to chordata. To what, guys? Till chordata. Okay, you can make a quick note. Cnidaria, Ctenophora, diploblastic. In triploblastic we have platyhelminthes till chordata are your triploblastic organisms. Okay, are we clear? Moving ahead. Chalo. After germ layers, let's see the next criteria. Quickly move on to the next criteria. The next criteria is the body plan. Now see, body plan is not directly given in NCERT, but we have to still study. The next criteria is your body plan, guys. What is the next criteria? Next criteria is your body plan. Okay, module number 3. Let's talk about what? Let's talk about the animal body plan. Now, body plan is not given directly in the NCERT. We have to understand it indirectly. I will say only one body plan is mentioned in NCERT, that is the loose cell aggregate plan. How is the body plan made? How is the body made of the organism? Okay, so first one is loose cell aggregate plan, that is for sponges, porifera. Then we have the blind sac body plan, and then we have the tube within a tube body plan. So these two words are not there in the NCERT, but looking at the 2025 paper, we should have an idea about it. Okay, so let us talk about the animal body plan. So in criteria for animal classification, we are using animal body plan. There are 3 types of body plans: cell aggregate body plan, blind sac body plan, and tube within tube body plan. What is the meaning of cell aggregate body plan? Here the different cells are getting aggregated together to make the body. And only one example will be there, that is your porifera sponges. Okay, simplest type of body plan, cell aggregate body plan. The cells are aggregating together to make the organism body. No tissue, no organ system, just simple cells are getting organized to make an organism body. Are we clear? So there is no mouth, there is no anus, nothing like that opening and exit of the body is seen. So in sponges we cannot see there is something called as mouth or anus. We just say they are porifera, pore-bearing organisms, multiple pores on the body through which the water enters, and one large opening that is called as the osculum through which the water exits. Okay. Then we have the blind sac body plan. Blind sac body plan and tube within tube body plan, indirectly, please understand guys, when I am teaching you body plan, indirectly I am telling you about digestive system. Indirectly I am telling you about what? Indirectly I am telling you about the digestive system. Okay, come on, study it smartly. When I say animal body plan, okay, you also understand the digestive system. You also indirectly understand the digestive system. How, sir? If the animal has only one opening on the body, if animal has only one opening in the body, that is representing both the mouth and anus. Food also enters and waste also exits through that. Then you call it as which digestive system? Incomplete or complete? Come on, tell me in the chat box. When animal has only one opening, that is representing both mouth and anus. Entry of the food and exit of the waste also will through that only. Yes, correct. Correct Spurti, correct Sai Shrikant, correct Deepak. That is incomplete, absolutely right. And when animal has two separate openings, mouth separate, anus separate, entry of food through the mouth and exit through the anus, then we will say what? It is complete digestive system. Exactly. So just remember this, that your blind sac body plan is mostly incomplete digestive system. Blind sac body plan is what? Incomplete digestive system. And tube within tube will be complete digestive system. Complete and incomplete, that's all. So I want you all to note this quickly. Blind sac body plan and tube within tube body plan. Blind sac body plan, only one opening, that is representing mouth and anus, incomplete digestive system. Tube within tube body plan, it means that there are two openings in the body, mouth and anus, and that will show a complete digestive system. Are we clear? So anywhere you hear a word, the organism has having a tube within tube body plan, quickly in your mind, complete digestive system should come. Organism only has one opening, then blind sac body plan should come to your mind, and incomplete digestive system also should come to your mind. Are we clear with this? So at least quickly note down this. So what we are saying here, blind sac body plan, little complex animals like Hydra. See Hydra. Hydra has only one opening here. Only one opening is present here through which the food enters and the waste material exits. Okay? Hydra ho gaya, jellyfish ho gaya, Adamsia ho gaya, okay, and platyhelminthes also, very good sign. Platyhelminthes is also blind sac body plan, and the most advanced type of body plan is tube within tube body plans. Okay, so which are animals are having two openings, mouth and anus. They are having the most advanced body plans, having complete digestive system. Like example, Annelida. Example, Annelida. Yeah, complete digestive system actually starts from Aschelminthes. We can say complete digestive system starts from Aschelminthes. So from Aschelminthes onwards till your chordata, all are tube within tube body plan. Are we clear with this, guys? So look, just look at the points. In cell aggregate plan, aggregation of cell, the cells are getting aggregated, collected together and making the organism body with least division of labor. With least division of labor. Okay. Again, we have got a little bit back. Again, I will go ahead. Okay, so aggregation of cell with least division of labor, that we already studied in sponges, it is there. Next, blind sac body plan, what we are saying? Aggregation of cells with little division of labor. Okay, there is tissue structure will be seen. So see, indirect question. Indirect question. Blind sac body plan. Okay, there will be little division of labor, but you have to be careful. In blind sac body plan, two examples of are there. There are Cnidaria and Ctenophora. They show tissue level of organization. Platyhelminthes, which also shows blind sac organization or blind sac body plan, they show organ level of organization. Okay, I will come to that. Just hold on. And then we have tube within tube body plan. Here, aggregation of cells with advanced division of labor will be seen. Okay, from Aschelminthes onwards till chordata. Okay, in cell aggregate plan we know it is present in sponges, tissues and organs are absent, absolutely right. Then talking about blind sac body plan, in blind sac body plan it is seen to be having tissues or organs. If tissues are present and blind sac body plan is there. So if I give you a statement, which of the following phylums will show blind sac body plan with tissues present? What you can mark? Cnidaria also you can mark. Ctenophora you can mark. Can you mark Platyhelminthes blind sac body plan with tissue? No. Blind sac body plan with organs if the statement is given. Which of the following phylum shows blind sac body plan with organs? Then the answer will change. So animal who is having blind sac body plan but organs are present, then the answer will become Platyhelminthes. Absolutely, Veda Priya, right? Absolutely, Sai, you are correct. Okay, so there you have to be little bit careful. Next, tube within tube body plan. Come on. In tube within tube body plan, what is there? Present of well-developed organs and organ systems. In tube within tube body plan, no problem. All are having well-developed organ and organ systems. And that is starting from your Aschelminthes. You know, Aschelminthes also we consider it in well-developed organ system level of organization only. So all are showing well-developed organ and organ system. And then cell aggregate plan, come on. This was the trick I have given you. Cell aggregate plan present in sponges, absence of digestive system. Like in sponge, there is no digestive system at all. The intracellular digestion is occurring. What digestion? Intracellular digestion is occurring. Blind sac body plan, digestive system, come on, incomplete. Incomplete, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes. Tube within tube body plan, what we will say? Tube within tube body plan, we will say complete digestive system starting from Aschelminthes till chordata. Starting from Aschelminthes till chordata. Correct. Okay. And finally, no nervous coordination. Absolutely right. In sponges, there is no development of nervous system. Array, it is just cell aggregate. Forget about nervous system. So no nervous coordination between the cells. But yes, from blind sac body plan, blind sac body plan shows the presence of nervous coordination between the cells. Come on. The first phylum to show nervous system. In your nervous coordination chapter, I want you to go in the nervous coordination chapter. You studied Hydra has a network of neurons. Hydra has network of neurons, nerve net. So Cnidaria, cylinderates are the first phylum to show nervous system. Not nervous system exactly, okay? Okay, tissues are present, nervous tissues are present, I will say. Little bit nerve coordination is seen. So network of neurons are there, okay, seen in your cylinderates, Cnidaria. So nervous tissue was seen in your cylinderates, Cnidaria, and that's why you should not touch the jellyfish. So it will sting you back because they have the presence of the nervous tissue, okay, nerve network of neurons, nerve net, okay. And then, but obvious, in Ctenophora also it is there, similar network of neurons like in Hydra and cylinderates. Then you have the Platyhelminthes. They are also showing blind sac body plan. They also have the nerve ring and nerve ladder like system. Nerve ladder meaning double ventral nerve cord which are connected with the lateral connectives. And then in tube within tube body plan, you will have well developed nervous system. Proper nervous system will be developed. Like starting from Ascalmenthes is organ system level of organization, very well developed nervous system will be seen here. Then moving ahead, example, cell aggregate plan, you have already understood, it is phylum Porifera. Blind sac body plan, phylum Cnidaria, and one more example will be there, phylum Ctenophora will also come, phylum Platyhelminthes will also come, and from tube within tube body plan, Ascalmenthes to Chordata. Ascalmenthes to Chordata. Are we clear, guys? So just to summarize, I will quickly write down. Okay, body plan. So first we said loose cell aggregate. Loose cell aggregate, we gave the example here, phylum Porifera. Okay. Then we said blind sac body plan. In blind sac body plan, see, I am using the word sac. Sac has a single opening. Okay. So in blind sac body plan, what we will say? Incomplete digestive system. And you already know what is the meaning of incomplete digestive system. Single opening representing the mouth and anus. And here I will write. Which phylum should I write, guys? I shall write Cnidaria, I shall write Ctenophora, and I shall also write the Platyhelminthes. Okay? Right? Next. Next, after blind sac body plan, what shall I write? Tube within tube body plan. Tube within tube body plan, there is complete digestive system. Okay. And here, what we will write? Here we will write Ascalmenthes onwards. Ascalmenthes to Chordata. Ascalmenthes to Chordata, we shall write tube within tube body plan. Are we clear with this, guys? Are we clear with this? Okay? Okay? Understood, guys? So I have just written all the phylums which are belonging to which body plan. Correct? Can you give me a thumbs up? Understood with respect to this? Can you give a thumbs up, guys, quickly? With respect to this, you have understood? Yes? Perfect. Any doubts? Any doubts with respect to this? Quickly ask any doubts, guys, if you have any. Come on. Okay, yeah guys, small error I have done guys, if you have not noted, small little bit error I have done. See, small error is there here. Ctenophora. If you notice Ctenophora is wrong here, okay? Ctenophora should not be present here, okay? Ctenophora is not having blind sac body plan. Please remember. Ctenophora is having mouth and anus separate. Ctenophora has tissue level of organization, but if someone asks you what is ctenophora, ctenophora is not incomplete digestive system. Ctenophora should come here. Ctenophora should come here, beta. इधर यहाँ पे आएगा. Okay. So we can say little bit exception. We can say little bit exception. See, ctenophora group is tissue level organization. Okay, it is tissue level organization, but they have mouth and anus separate. Mouth and anus separate is there. Okay, it is not mentioned in the NCERT, but if you look carefully enough the diagram, of ctenophora, you can find the mouth and anus separate. So I am writing this into complete digestive system. Again, nobody will ask you this. Probably will not be asked in the NEET exam, but whatever is the correct data I should give you. So just remember this. Somewhere please write down in the side. Ctenophora has complete digestive system, mouth and anus is separate. So what is the body plan? If someone asks you what is the body plan, we can say tube within tube because complete digestive system is present, mouth and anus is there separate. Blind sac body plan, only two examples are left, that is Cnidaria and Platyhelminthes only. Ctenophora ledu. Ctenophora will be here in tube. Mouth and anus is separate. Okay? Okay? Yes guys? Now let's quickly jump onto the NCERT and see what we have studied till now. Come on. Yeah. See guys, let's quickly go through the NCERT. Okay, let's quickly go through the NCERT, what we have learned till now. So when you look around, you will observe different animals with different structures and forms. As over 1 million of species of animals have been described till now. So we have discovered millions of animals. So we should have a classification. There is a need of classification is more important. The classification helps in assigning. What is the need of classification? It helps in assigning a systematic position to the newly described species. So what are the bases of classification? So in spite of differences, there are differences in animals' external structure, okay, and form of different animals. There are fundamental features common to various individuals. In relation to what? In relation to what, guys? So there are difference, but fundamental features are common. Okay? There are fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to arrangement of cells, in relation to body symmetry, with respect to nature of coelom, patterns of digestive system, circulatory system, reproductive system. And these features are going to be used as a basis of animal classification, and some of them are discussed here. So which are they discussing first? They are first discussing the level of organization. First, what they are discussing? They are telling about the level of organization. Though all the members of Animalia are multicellular, all of them do not exhibit the same pattern of organization of cells. So see, I can twist this statement. All members of animals are multicellular and all of them show the same pattern of organization of cells. So if I just write same pattern of cell, this statement will become wrong. Okay, so when you are reading NCERT, you should have an art that as an examiner, how you can twist the statement and make the students confused. Okay, so if you are reading very hurriedly, some people are just reading for by hearting style. They're just by hearting. Okay, this statement comes, I will mark right or wrong. But you need to understand also. So all of them do not exhibit the same pattern. They exhibit. Acha, I can modify this into another statement also. All members of Animalia are multicellular, but they exhibit different organization of cells in their body. Okay, is this correct statement? Now this is not matching with respect to NCERT, but I have made this statement from this statement only, and it is a correct statement. When I said animals are multicellular and I said they show different organization of pattern in their body, this is also correct, because here they are saying no same pattern is there, I am saying different pattern is there. So see, this is the trick you need to have in yourself when you are reading, that how you can modify this statement. Okay, how you can make it incorrect, or how you can make it correct by framing it little bit different. Okay, so that's how when the question or the statement comes in the exams, you are not relying just on the straightforward NCERT line. But obvious, you should know the NCERT line, but you should know with respect to little bit meaning also. It is not just simple by hearting. Okay, when the sense is changed, you should be able to sense it. Okay, the examiner is asking this only, but in a different sense the examiner is asking. Okay, that's what we used to do when we used to study the textbooks with respect to our examinations. For examples, in sponges, the cells are arranged in loose cell aggregates. How they are arranged in loose cell aggregates? They exhibit what level of organization? Cellular level of organization. Some division of labor occur in the cells. So please note, this is a very important line. Some division of labor or activities occur in the cells. Okay, so little bit of work distribution, I can say, or some division of labor. Now here, if you see in the coelentrates, the arrangement of cell is more complex, and here the cells performing the same function are arranged into tissues. Cell performing the same function are arranged into tissues. Now if I just write different function, then it will become little wrong. Okay, this how I can trick this statement. I can make the same into different. Majorly when you read the definition of tissue, you say tissues are similar cells which are performing the similar function. So that's why they are writing here the same thing. The cells performing the same function are arranged into tissues. But if I just write it different, then it changes the sense. So it will go as a wrong statement. Okay. Organization. A still higher level of organization is seen or exhibited by what? By your organ level of organization, exhibited by members of Platyhelminthes and other phyla where tissues are grouped into organs and each specialized for a particular function in animals like Annelida, Arthropoda and Mollusca. So guys, here they have not written organ system level of organization. Indirectly they are writing into Annelida, Arthropoda and Mollusca. You may say, sir, they have skipped Aschelminthes. They have not mentioned Echinodermata. They have not mentioned the chordata directly there, but you need to understand. Okay, next, moving ahead, after level of organization, echinoderms and chordates, they have organs associated to form functional system. Each system is concerned with a specific physiological function. So see, here they are saying, okay, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, echinoderms, chordates, they have organs associated to form a functional system. Functional system means indirectly they are saying, okay, organ system is seen in them. And every system, every organ system is concerned with a physiological function. Excretion, respiration, digestion, reproduction, these are physiological functions. And this pattern of organization will be called as organ system level of organization. Okay? So here I can make a statement. Which animal phylums show system concerned with a specific physiological function? Then what will happen? Then we will say it is an organ system they are asking. So you mark the phylum which shows organ system level of organization. So if you find this statement, which phylum shows a system concerned with specific physiological function, then we go for the organ system level of organization. Correct. Deepak is also correct. As the level of organization increases, the division of labor gets more and more specific. Okay, more and more distributed. Okay. Organ system in different animal groups. See, here they are discussing two organ systems. Here they are discussing only two organ system. They are discussing digestive system and they are discussing circulatory system. Organ system in different animal groups exhibit various patterns. Now in the organ system level of organization, the organ system will also show some patterns. So there is differences in the organ system patterns also. For example, they have taken digestive system, which we already studied. Platyhelminthes has only single opening to the outside of the body that serve as both mouth and anus. So which body plan? Blind sac body plan. Which digestive system? We will say this type of digestive system will be called as a incomplete digestive system. Are we clear? And then a complete digestive system has two openings, mouth and anus. Correct? Mouth and anus will be seen from Aschelminthes onwards. We can say Ctenophora is also there, not mentioned in the NCERT that Ctenophora has separate mouth and anus, but you should know it. You should write it somewhere. Okay? And then here we say from Aschelminthes onward till Chordata, all will have complete digestive system, that is separate mouth and anus, and that is a complete digestive system. Acha, then they are discussing which type of system? Then they are discussing the circulatory system. Now they are discussing the circulatory system. So circulatory system is an organ system present in many different animal phylums. But in circulatory system also there is a various pattern. And what is the various pattern? We see open circulatory system and closed circulatory system. What is happening in open circulatory system? In open circulatory system, the blood fluid, the blood-like fluid or the blood is directly bathing the organs. So all the organs are getting bathed by the blood. Here you can see in open type in which the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells or tissues are literally directly getting bathed by it. And which phylum shows open circulatory system, guys? Tell me. Come on. Which phylum shows open circulatory system? You should write down here. You should write down in the NCERT here only. Or since you are a long-term students, you might have written down also. As a long-term students, what you have written here? You can write down here arthropoda. You can also write mollusca. And you can also write hemichordata. Hemichordata also you can write, okay? I have written hemichord, but you can write. So arthropoda, mollusca, hemichordata. Arthropoda, open circulatory system. Mollusca is mentioned in body fluid and circulation chapter. Body fluid and circulation chapter, they have mentioned mollusca phylum shows open circulatory system. You just write down here. Hemichordata also they have mentioned open circulatory system. Okay, so you can write down. Acha, one more I can say you. Urochordata. Say in NCERT, now listen. In NCERT, in chordates, they have written a general feature. Chordates generally are closed circulatory system. Chordates are generally closed circulatory system. So I will write in closed type, in which blood is circulated through a series of vessels of varying diameters. But obvious, in closed circulatory system, the blood is always confined, always present in the blood vessels, in the artery, capillary or the veins which have different diameters. The blood doesn't come in direct contact with the tissues or the organs. So you have the capillary which are giving out the nutrients and the gases to the tissue and which is taken back by the capillary, and the venules and vein take it out. Okay, that is the artery, vein and capillary. And closed is more developed. Open is not that developed circulate good. It is not that good because here you cannot control the flow of the blood. The blood flow is very slow, very sluggish. Here it is well controlled. You can increase or decrease the blood pressure as per the need in closed type. Okay, and in closed type, what you will write? In closed type, you will write two examples. One is the Annelida and chordates. Annelida and chordates. Annelida and chordates show closed circulatory system. Just for your understanding, in a side, write down Urochordata subphylum of Chordata shows open circulatory system. Urochordata of Chordata phylum shows a open circulatory system. That is an exception, but that is not mentioned in NCERT. You should know it. You should know it. So see, please understand. Okay, I'm telling you a little bit controversy here. Okay, which is given in NCERT indirectly. Chordates have generally a closed circulatory system. True statement. Because majority of the chordates are having closed circulatory system. Perfect. But when you study Urochordata, but when specifically you say about Urochordata, the sea potato, okay, Ascadia, Doliolum, that guys, these guys are having open circulatory system. That is not mentioned in NCERT. But NCERT again says you general characteristics. Cyclostoma close hai beta. Cyclostoma close hai. Cyclostoma chordata, no controversy there. Nothing there. And see, in fact, I will not say NCERT has given a controversy. NCERT is talking with respect to general characteristics. NCERT is talking with respect to general criteria. They don't want you to go to the BSc level. So chordates are closed circulatory system, but back of your mind, you should know that, okay, Urochordates are open circulatory system. So if some smart questions come in your exam, like Urochordata have open circulatory system, and then you say, nahi sir, Urochordates are closed circulatory system, then I should mark it is wrong. No. Here the examiner is asking you a specific statement that Urochordata is open. Tab mark karna hai open hai. But chordata is closed circulatory system as a general statement. You have to mark it true. Mark as a correct statement. Are you getting this, guys? Are you getting this? Yes or no? Kuch samajh mein aaya? But normally, this kind of question will not be asked. Okay, हाँ. Now Harshani is also saying correct. Now in mollusca, see again another. Now generally mollusca we say it is open. Generally we say mollusca has open circulatory system, but the cephalopods, the squids and the octopus and all, they are the another class of your phylum mollusca. They show closed circulatory system. But again, these are the few rare questions, rare AIMS, AIPMT, very old questions, which are not generally asked today, because animal kingdom itself is such a large chapter. They have a lot of ample of statements and as the columns and the different scientific names which are there. But cephalopod is an example, because statement wise they cannot confuse, sir. Yes, that's why they have to give generalized statement. So cephalopoda in mollusca, it is closed. Remaining all mollusks are open. Similarly, annelida we say it is closed. But you know which annelid shows open circulatory system? Annelida we say it is closed. But one annelida we consider which is having open circulatory system, not given in NCERT directly. Leeches, Hirdunaria, that are the leeches, they show open circulatory system. But again, okay, yes, Vaishnavi, yes, Benita, absolutely. So the thing is that, don't worry with all these things I have said. You have to just generally follow the NCERT lines, NCERT statement. Mostly they are going to ask with respect to NCERT lines only. Yeah, one thing you need to develop is how the different sentences can be framed. That is more you need to learn. Because what I am observing, students are just by hearting the NCERT lines. You need to learn with different aspects. So thoroughly learn the NCERT lines. How every line. So you might have studied this animal kingdom for 3-4 times or 10 times also, because as you are a long-term student, you have many times revised the chapter. But what you need to do is, now again the same line, you have to read it in a different sense. You have to have a little more detailed understanding, I want. Okay, so that's it, guys. Our time is up. So next class is physics. So that's all for today. I hope you understood well. For the next class, I request you all to just read and come the further topics like the coelom and whatever basis of classification is left, or porifera phylum. Just go through the NCERT lines and come in the class so you have a better understanding. Okay, so that's all, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next class. Bye. और क्या हाल है?